against the blitz. He's going to be sacked. Chris Jones comes off the right side. Right side throw. It's caught. 15-yard line. 10, 5, touchdown. Kareem Hunt at the 10, angling to the 5, into the end zone, left side, and it is good. Here comes a rush, and he's going to go down. George Karlaftis.
Mitch Holthus with you, along with senior team reporter Matt McMullen here in Denver. Chiefs lose it 22-19 on a walk-off field goal by Will Lutz from 35 yards out. But this game was there. The Chiefs had a real opportunity in this game. At the outset of the radio broadcast, I said it wasn't a must-win, but it was crucial. It was critical. But in a game like this, there's so many critical junctures where the Chiefs could have either seized this game or possibly won it.
Yeah, the story of this game, and frankly the Chiefs season so far, has been all about missed opportunities, right? And look at the end of this game. So the Chiefs had the ball and the lead in the fourth quarter. Then they had the ball in a tie game late, chance to go take the lead, couldn't do it. And they had Denver in a 3rd and 15 deep on their side of the field, couldn't get off the field. Denver was able to go down there, kick a game-winning field goal. A lot of missed opportunities in this game, and we'll talk about it, but yeah, this one hurts.
I'll even go back to another double-dip opportunity. The Chiefs had the ball essentially at the end of the second quarter, had 2 chances actually inside of 3 minutes, no points. And then in the opening drive of the third quarter, driving at the least to take a 9-6 lead. They're in the red zone. And then Pat Mahomes had the interception. He tried to loft it over Jaquan McMillan and try to find Elijah Mitchell, but it was intercepted. And so 0 points again at the end of the second and the start of the third. That was a continuing theme from the Eagles game, the at Jacksonville game, and also the game against Buffalo.
Yeah, absolutely. And that drive was tough because the Chiefs were moving the ball down the field on that one, right? Travis Kelce, I think, had 3 plays of double-digit yardage, and it feels like the Chiefs, at bare minimum, are going to get a field goal and take the lead to open up the second half because it was only 6-6 at that point. Well, then the interception happens on 3rd down. Denver gets the ball going the other way. They take the lead, and we're kind of playing catch-up from there. But even with all that, the Chiefs had chances late in this game. Normally they come through on those, just didn't here tonight.
And your 3rd and 15 at the 21. If the Chiefs get a stop there, they're going to get the field position and maybe get a game-winning field goal. So some frustration here. Give credit to Denver. This is what they've done all year. This is why teams were frustrated with us a year ago, winning all these one-possession games. So that's the 5th fourth-quarter comeback this year for the Broncos and Bo Nix.
Well, we talked about in pregame, we talked all week that one of the keys for the Chiefs in this game, if you have an opportunity to seize it, you have to do it because Denver has been so good in fourth quarters this year. Coming into this game, Denver had the top yardage margin and point margin in the fourth quarter. Knicks had the most total touchdowns and total first downs in the fourth quarter. They play well in the fourth quarter in games like this, and the Chiefs had chances to seize it like we talked about. They just couldn't do it, and then Knicks did what he's done so far this season in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, give him credit, but let's go to the podium and get some reaction.
All right. As far as the injuries go, really Kingsley was the only one that got hurt on the interception there. So hit his head on the turf. Listen, Denver played a good game and they got us today. On our side, I've got to make sure that we don't go 3 and out with those last couple offensive series. And then there were a variety of things that went on that we all contributed to. So throughout both sides of the ball and special teams, and there were some good things, but when you're playing a good football team and you got to cut back on your penalties for sure. Too many there, and then some of the other mistakes that we had. So we'll get that cleaned up and we'll get ready for the Colts. Time's yours.
What does it say about those last couple of drives?
We needed to do better on them. I could have given the guys better opportunity to do that.
Coach, coming out of the bye and having so many penalties, hoping to be crispy, with the time on.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you look for. I think everybody, that's probably an obvious one, right?
What led to some of the sellouts you think in the first half? Couldn't really
Yeah, well, listen, they're the number 1 defense in the National Football League, so we were fighting, and then we had some where we were going backwards and kind of self-inflicted things. So we've got to take care of that.
How pivotal was that interception in the red zone? Just knowing you guys could have maybe gotten points down the league started to control the game.
Yeah, we still had opportunities, so you don't want that, right? Pat didn't want it. I don't want. I mean, that's not what you want, but it's there were other opportunities as we went, so we got to make sure we take care of that business. Go ahead.
The 3rd and 15 there on defense on the last sequence. What do you see?
Yeah, so he was able to get out containment there, and receiver worked to get himself open. We had a couple guys right around him there, so quarterback made a play, receiver made a play.
Took a couple downfield shots in the first series that looked like could have been there. Obviously, Tyquan catches it. Was that just the way the game unfolded? Was that something that you were seeing?
Yeah, I mean, we thought we had some opportunities down the field. Didn't work out, but I mean, percentages, you're going to take a few and lose a few of those, but we felt like it would come back and help us, and it did later on in the game.
The block extra point, too.
Yeah, they did a good job splitting us right there, and we've been pretty good in that area, and they got us on that one.
What do you think of Josh's return?
Yeah, I thought he did a good job for being off as long as he was, and then going against who he went against. Did a pretty good job there. Yeah.
Hey, one of the things this year is your guys' inability to win in one-score games. Is there sort of a message that you have for the guys to see how good you guys are feeling?
Yeah, when you're playing good teams, whether it's myself making a call or the players playing, you've got to do the right things. Put the guys in the right position, and the guys got to make plays when given an opportunity. Both sides of the ball, special teams. That's what we're all in it together. All right.
Thanks, guys.
One of the biggest plays of the game. Chiefs were backed up 3rd down and long at their own 25, and a 61-yard pass to this guy, Tyquan Thornton. Just walk through that play and how it opened up for you.
Just like you said, 3rd down, man. Caught him in man coverage. Had a deep angle route, and Pat put the ball up and gave me a chance, and I just wanted to come down with the ball and big play.
How much do you like it when they play you man-to-man?
I love it when they play us in man coverage. It give me a chance, to create separation and get the one-on-one opportunities.
And then recognizing the coverage that they're in, how difficult is that or challenging, particularly against a good defense?
Yeah, definitely a good defense, but seeing them in man and seeing that guy carry me the whole way, then running my route and just getting my eyes back and seeing that Pat threw the ball, then it all came to fruition.
And back on kick return, sometimes with Hermihio, Burchard was back there with you too. What about that?
Yeah, anyway, man, we can set the offense up, man, to make plays. So anyway, I go out there and make plays, I'm going to go out there and do it.
I want to ask you a couple situational things. We're up 19-16, and we get the ball. And we can't convert the 3rd and 2. We got to punt it, and then we had the ball back at 19-19. What about seizing those opportunities when the game is very critical and locking down and making that happen?
Yeah, definitely got to take advantage of those opportunities to put the game away, man. Penalties, got us behind the sticks a little bit, so it's kind of hard to play the game behind the sticks.
All right, well, now what about this week? Colts are looming on the horizon. What about just focusing in on this week?
Yeah, man, I'm just focusing in, going in, having a great week of preparation, and focusing on getting 1% better and going out there and playing football and 4 quarters of football.
And how much, I know this game notwithstanding, this is a tough one, but you're now in the flow. Like you're part of this family, you're part of this team. How much of that is a joy to you and as you attack these next 7 games?
Definitely a joy, man. Definitely feel a part of it, man. But I just want to go out there and just continue to make plays and helping this team win. So just putting our head down and going out there to win this week.
One of the best deep ball threats in this league. For many weeks, he's led the league in yards per catch, Tyquan Thornton.
What's going to sit with you most about this?
Just having an opportunity at the end of the game and not coming through. Getting the ball back with 4 minutes, and all you need is a field goal is a spot that we've been in a lot, and we've been able to do that. But obviously the first play, I tried to get a completion to Trav, but probably should just hang in there, and I think Hollywood would have opened up down the field. So just being better in that scenario. There's hit things here and there, but I think that's the biggest one. That's what you want. You want to get that opportunity at the end of the game, and we didn't. I didn't come through.
Not kind of speaking to that already, but you guys have had such a knack for winning these close games. Can you identify anything further than that that's the difference?
Just not making the plays, not making the throws at the right time, and like I said, I had Hollywood probably on that play, and that's the drive starter. And once you get a drive started like that, you kind of get the momentum on your side. And so, staying true to my progressions and not just trusting the O-line that's going to block and get the guy a chance down the field and let him go out there and make a play.
At 5-5, how difficult is the road ahead?
Obviously, it's going to be tough to get back in the division race, but at the end of the day, all the goal is to get into the playoffs and try to make a run at it. And all you can focus on is next week. We got to learn from this one as much as possible, knowing that we're going to get a great opponent coming into Arrowhead this next week, and we're kind of at that point where we got to find a way just to win football games, and got to keep moving forward. That's what this league's all about.
Patrick, on that note, it is uncharted territory for you guys to be in this competition. What is the message out there outside that?
Yeah, you got to let it. It sucks. Don't get me wrong. Like you got to feel that, but you got to be able to kind of use that energy to push it into the next week, into the rest of the season. And all you can focus on is the next game. You get another opportunity to go out there and prove yourself. And obviously, we've been losing these close games recently, but we've played some good football in spurts. It's just about being more consistent. And until we go out there and do it, all you can do is just keep saying you got to keep practicing and getting better and better, and push yourself to go out there and do it on game day. Yeah, the first one I just got to make the throw. There's no other way around it. The play was designed for Trav, and I think Trav's wide open, but you have these alerts on your plays, and how the safety was sitting with Xavier's speed, and I knew that he was going to have a chance down the field. I just got to give him a chance, kind of like I did Taekwon later in the game. It's like you got to give guys chances. I missed that one, and you missed Taekwon. I would say it's a great job by Xavier getting open and getting himself there. I got to give him a chance to make a play downfield. Yeah, it's not always been just championships. We've dealt with adversity, and guys have learned and gotten better from it. Obviously, this is something that we haven't dealt with so early in the season. But at the same time, I know what the guys I know the guys in that locker room and know how they're going to respond. And all we can do is stick together and push ourselves to be even better, and try to do what we can to win this next week.
That's the sort of thing where you feel the need to say something specific to the guys that you beat today, or anything like that?
No, not necessarily. I think Coach Reed says it when he kind of talks to us at the end of games and stuff like that. And it's always about the next week. And like I said, you gotta feel it. It sucks losing this football game, and when you think you have a chance to win it, and you don't do that, and kind of get yourself behind. But at the end of the day, all you gotta do is find a way to get in. And we got a lot of games ahead of us, and we're gonna do our best to put ourselves in a position to go out there and play our best football each and every week.
Patrick, how do you feel about where you guys are? And I don't mean standings-wise, just how you're playing.
I think we're really talented. We got a lot of great players. It's just about being more consistent, and I think it starts with me. There's times where I'm firing and I'm throwing the ball and we're moving the ball down the field at ease, but at the same time, there's times where we go in spurts where I miss throw like I did, or a protection call, or whatever that is. And so it's about being more consistent. That's what this league is, and we haven't been consistent enough to win football games, but it starts with me.
What do you see on the interception?
Yeah, I was rolling out to the right. You can't do it. But I thought I'll have to look on the film. I thought I had Elijah kind of down the sideline, and I was going to give him a chance, and I just didn't throw it high enough. At the end of the day, I got 29 to go to me because he was guarding him, and I didn't throw it high enough. He jumped up and made a good play. So, I've made that throw before, but at the same time, with the type of football game we're in, don't put the ball in harm's way. Take the 3 points and move on to the next possession.
I know you love driving in those late game situations, but on those, in that last position, 4 minutes left, what eats away at you most that you guys with 3 down?
Yeah, it's just just being in that situation before. It's like once you get that first down, I know it's cliche, but you do get the momentum on the drive, and you get the defense on their heels. And the fact that I didn't take that shot down on the first play, and then the second play we weren't able to get much going. So then the third play they kind of have where they can kind of lean forward and blitz and do stuff like that. Just knowing the situation. I've been in that situation before, so finding a way to get a completion, get that first down, put us in the driver's seat, and then push the envelope. But at the same time, I didn't find it there, and they came up with a good blitz on that third down, so they didn't give us give myself much of a chance.
Last two, Pat and Steve. I know it came in a loss, but Travis Nelson gave the all-time Chiefs touchdown leader. I guess was What's that mean?
Yeah, I mean, he deserves it. I mean, the work that he puts in every single day. I mean, obviously, people watch the gameplay and then like the game days and playing on the field and stuff like that. But he's a leader, man. He's someone that comes to work every single day and puts the time in. And so it just speaks to the person that he is, that he's able to go out there and break that record. And that was a great play and a big moment in the game. That's when he usually makes his big plays.
Last one, Steve.
Patrick, you talked about how tough this Broncos defense is. How'd your offensive line look?
I thought they did a great job, you know. That's a good defensive line on all 5 positions, and they have guys that come in, and I thought they did a great job. Caliendo hopping in there at one point and doing it and holding his own as well, and so I'll be good for them going forward. But at the same time, I got to utilize that and make those throws down the field whenever they do give me that time. So just about being more consistent for myself. But I thought they played a good football game today.
Thanks, Patrick. Thanks, Patrick.
It's a tough game. It's a division game, and you never really feel good after a loss. That's a lot of lessons you can learn after a loss. I think for us, most importantly, coming together as a team, self-evaluation at an all-time high, sense of urgency at an all-time high, and critiquing. I think we got a bunch of penalties today, so if we want to win, we got to not beat ourselves. You know, that's a starting point, but. Coming together as a team, relying on each other. This moment right here is very pivotal for us as a team to make sure we come as a cohesive unit. So easy to point fingers, especially after a loss, especially when you have so many expectations from everybody else. But most importantly, it's about what matters in the building and amongst each other.
Chris, maybe it's the same sort of question, but what's needed to be 5-5 right now, and how do you look at how you reset from here?
Well, we won 5 games and we lost 5 games, so we're at 500. And this week we play a really, really good team. And I think we have the pieces to, win out. But it starts with one game. It starts with us, especially offensive line, defensive line. These next few games is going to be critical for us individually and also as a group for us to make sure we control the trenches.
What are the traits that you see in the team that tells you that you guys are going to stick together for something for this kind of stretch?
I mean, anytime you suffer loss, it's so easy to point out what someone else done bad. And for me, most importantly, it's about self-evaluation. Look at yourself. Look in the mirror. What could you done better? Once you start to do that, and everyone's seen what they could have done better, and we come together as a group, and we commit to making sure we do our 111, I think we'll be great.
You were on this team, long before this dynasty run, the success. We talked to Nick Bolton in the locker room. He said that the team's going to be looking at guys like you who have kind of been in the trenches and on this roller coaster ride with the Chiefs. What are you telling those guys that have just been here for the success part?
I don't want to have it any other way, Unfortunately, it's not how we want it to go. But that's the beauty of life. It never goes how you want it to go. You get what you earn. And right now for us, we're 500. And looking forward, we got 7 more games left. And we start 1 game at a time. And we handle 1 game at a time. We're able to handle that. And the season still can go how we want it to go. We're in a beautiful spot. Probably not the most amazing spot or what we're used to being in. But we still have an opportunity. You give me an opportunity, and that's all we ask for.
Hey, Chris, what moments developed in that game is that 3rd and 15? What did you see on that? What transpired?
Which one?
The fourth quarter there, like 5 seconds left before the 2-minute warning, that 3rd and 15.
Hold on a second. Oh, you talking about the push-off?
No, with the Broncos, they 3rd and 15, and they converted, and then they kept going around.
Great film study for them because they called it out. I heard them calling it out. They actually switched the line. If you watch the film, you can see both nets kind of switched the line. So they knew it. We got to do a better job at disguising.
On that one play, though, with the push-off, the pass interference, there was also a false start on that, too, that Watson seemed to be calling you. I mean, you were obviously, in your position, so you can see that, but you guys talk about that afterward. There were literally 2 penalties on that play.
Listen, I'm not here to critique the refs. Sometimes they say it, sometimes they don't. For us, especially in 3rd and 15, we got to get off the field we got to get off the field, especially critical downs as us as a defense. So we can go back and watch film, see what we could have done better, and make sure we execute. I think that's the most important thing, executing when we need to the most. 3rd and 15, we got to get off the field. 4th quarter, situational, we got to get off the field.
Chris, you said urgency needs to be an all-time high. Did you feel that today?
Yeah, it was definitely, I felt the energy, I felt the sense of urgency. We just got to execute both sides of the ball. You know what I mean? Whether it's making tackles, 50-50 ball, making those, catching those, tugging them in. 50-50 balls on defense. Make sure we don't allow them to catch the ball. So many areas we can look at where we got to be better. And this game could have made a significant outcome for this game. So, yeah.
Couple more.
Thank you, guys.
Chiefs lose it 22-19 on the Will Lutz walk-off field goal. Chiefs are now 5-5. Broncos are 9-2. Let's talk about some positives here in this game. There were some stops.
Yeah.
Didn't get the stop on 3rd and 15, but there were some key stops. The Chiefs here forced 3 punts in a row at the end of the first half. That was big. And then we're in a position to win this game. And then the Kelsey touchdown, a record breaker. He now has more touchdowns than any Chief or Texan, going back to the Dallas Texans, who ever won the uniform.
And that was a great catch and run, just bouncing off defenders, getting into the end zone. At that moment, you felt like, okay, the Chiefs are going to find a way to win this football game. Just didn't work out that way. Defensively, though, this is why football can be so cruel, because the Chiefs defense played so well almost the entire game. I mean, think about when Marvin Mims had that huge return. The Broncos began their second drive at like the 12-yard line of the Chiefs. The Chiefs hold them to only a field goal. I think the Broncos were 1 for 5 in the red zone in this game. I mean, the Chiefs defense for the most part was excellent in this game, but unfortunately it just doesn't matter in the end when you have a 3rd and 15, a chance to get off the field, and Denver converts. I mean, that's what everyone will remember because it led to the result. So again, that's how football is cruel. The Chiefs defense played really well here in this game, just didn't have one more play in them, unfortunately.
And Denver's the #1 defense in the league in all the major subjects, all of the base areas. And so the Chiefs had a chance to win this game. It's one of those coulda, woulda, shouldas, but you feel like, man, it was right there for the Chiefs to win it. Now, what happens from here forward? Chiefs are 5-5, Broncos are 9-2. You've just got to really focus in, because now you play the 8-2 Indianapolis Colts. Surprise team, if it's not New England, in the NFL this year. And the Colts have done amazing things. It starts with Jonathan Taylor. But there's going to be a lot of people talk about a lot of things. You just have to be hyper-focused on winning this game, a Sunday against the Colts.
Yeah, and, for us as Chiefs fans for so many years now, this time of year we're talking about playoff seeding, like trying to watch other matchups, trying to get the #1 overall seed or whatever it may be. Right now for the Chiefs, it's about week to week. Like every game is a playoff game at this point. And, facing a very good opponent here in Indianapolis coming up. But you're right, it's a week-by-week attack now. You have to approach it that way. Where this weekend against Indianapolis, for you and I and this team, we're kind of treating it like a playoff game. Right? And you go from there.
Right. The AFC's loaded, and so just keep playing here. Right? You got 7 games to go. But again, you have to focus on a Colts team that is very similar to this Bronco team. Really good offensive line. And so the Chiefs will have to play physical and take the advantage of the opportunities that they didn't get done in the second half in this one.
Now, I'm glad we're back at home for that game. A really tough environment here in Denver. I mean, they wanted this game badly. You could feel it in the crowd. Glad we're back at home. We need the energy back at home. I know right now this is a little frustrating. It's disappointing. Not where we expected to be through 10 games this year, but we're going to pick ourselves up here, right? This is why the Chiefs are a championship team and a championship organization. When it's not easy, when things are tough, they find a way. All begins next week against Indianapolis, and we need the crowd in it as well to help us win that game.
Chiefs lose it here 22-19. But we need you at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. We need you all week long. We'll get you ready for the Colts game. He's Matt McMullen. I'm Mitch Holthus, voice of the Chiefs. Let's go. It's week to week.
Chiefs Rewind is brought to you by Ford, the official car and truck of the Kansas City Chiefs, and by CommunityAmerica Credit Union, the official banking partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.